All right, internet bikers, here we are again with another main brand. This time it's Kawasaki. I already went through the whole stand, but let's have a walk around together. And I think that I didn't see any new motorcycles, honestly. But in any case, let's go and have a look at everything that they already presented recently. I'm a little bit disappointed because I don't see any new hybrid or electric motorcycles, so they're not keeping up to the promise. I think it makes sense because hybrid and electric are not selling all that well. And so, but we're gonna look at them anyway. Here we have the Ninja 7 Hybrid, the Ninja E1. These are motorcycles that are ahead of their time, I guess, because yeah, I think most consumers are still very wary of making that transition. Over here we have the rest of the hybrid and electric lineup, which is the ZEV1 and the Z7 Hybrid. These are the motorcycles that I would hope catch on soon. Of course, the issue with these motorcycles is twofold. On the first hand, there's range, and on the second hand, there is price, right? So as long as ICE engines are more efficient price-wise, then electric are not going to catch on. So that's why this is taking a little bit longer than expected. But we'll move on, look at the rest of what the brand has to offer. All of these motorcycles have been presented last year, I believe. This is the Ninja 650. We're going to look at their more racing lineup, the sport bikes. We have the ZX6R, another Ninja. All of these are Ninjas, of course. Kawasaki, anything that is a sport bike is a Ninja. So anything that I say, even if I don't say Ninja in front of it, it's a Ninja, right? So this one is a ZX6R, and this one is the ZX10R. So the one behind the 6R is, well, actually, yeah, they're both up here. They're both inline fours, right? These are inline four engines. This is an engine that came back relatively recently. And the 10R, this one has been around for a while. But in the back, we also have the 4, the ZX4RR. And it's been a while since something like this came out, small inline 4. I think this is the smallest inline 4 that you can find in the market, or at least the smallest displacement. It still packs quite a punch, over 70 horsepower if I'm not wrong. And then we'll move on to their naked lineup. Over here we have their new, or the updated. I think this is, from what I see in this stand, this is the only thing that they're pushing as a novelty, which is the Z900, which I do believe has been updated. But when it comes to how it looks, it is pretty much the same motorcycle. It does look a little bit different, or not, I don't know. You tell me. I have never been a big Z900 fan, but I know that many people are. So you guys, if you are the fans of the motorcycle, let me know if this looks the same or not. And there we go. There's a lot of different colors here. And but yeah, pretty cool. This one has all the accessories, I think. And then we have, if we go a little bit through the back, we'll find their H2. This is the Z, the rest of the Z lineup, right? We have the 500, which came out last year. The small 500, this is the smaller one of them. Shares the same power plant as the new Ninja 500. And then we have the Z650 Sport. This one also has been around for quite a while with that engine. And then we have the ZH2. This is the supercharged, the turbo Ninja engine. And then of course, aside from that, we have the SX. This is their sport touring version of the H2. It's fully prepared for long distance. I mean, if you can handle it, because of course it's difficult. For most people, it's difficult to do long distance in such a seating position. But hey, some people are able to do it, and that's who this is for. Then we have the Ninja 1100 SX. This is an update. Oh, actually, I haven't seen this before. I think, yeah, I think the 1100 is the new power plant. It's not a new power plant. It's the same power plant that they had in the 1000. It has been updated, a little bit more power, and now it moves up to 1100. So yeah, that's what we have on this side. And then finally, the Ninja 1100 SX. I think this is the other major novelty that they have. They used to be called the 1000s, and now they're 1100s. So I'm pretty sure that means technical updates, but when it comes to the looks, the motorcycles look pretty much the same as they did last year and the years before that. I think for Kawasaki, the goals are clear, or the thinking is clear. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Kawasaki Ninjas and Kawasaki Versys, they sell well, and they have been selling well for a long time. So no need to change them, right? I think that's what the reasoning behind. And this is the Versys 650, which apparently has also been redesigned a little bit in the styling. I wouldn't think so based on looks, because like I said, I don't remember them quite well. At this point, I have seen so many bikes through this area that the brain starts to melt, right? But I like this Versys 650. It looks very nice with the different color scheme. I think sometimes it's important that you don't do everything in the same color scheme, and so this one stands out because of that. Because it's the only one that's not green, it makes it look different. Then we also have over here the Versys 1100. Again, like I said before, the Versys are coming up to 1100. Not the Versys, but both the Versys and the Ninja coming up to 1100 because of the upgrades in the engine, making it a little bit more powerful than before. And that is the novelty that they have, right? Let's move up over here and we'll see it again. Here we see the Versys 1100, the S version, with the side bags, with the hard bags. Again, like I said in the previous one, it stands out because it's not green. At least it does to me. And I think it looks really good. And then finally, we'll move on to the more classic lineups that they have. So we'll start with a staple at this point of the Kawasaki motorcycle lineup, which is the Vulcan S. This bike has been the same, I believe, since 2014, more or less, than it came out. Absolutely nothing has changed since 2014, other than what changes in most motorcycles, which is that the engine gets tweaked here and there so that it meets the most recent emission standards. But when it comes to their technology and their design, there is no difference, right? So that's what we have in the Versys, sorry, not the Versys, the Vulcan S. And then finally, well, not finally, but moving on to the next new, this is a new motorcycle. It came out last year. We already saw it in EICMA last year. It's the Eliminator 500. This is the new cruiser from Yamaha. Oh, sorry, brain rot. This is the new cruiser motorcycle from Kawasaki. They only have the black one here. I do know that it also comes in white, but this is the only one that they're showing. Then of course we have the W800, which is a very, very beautiful classic style twin cylinder parallel twin motorcycle that they have had for quite a while. And there are a couple of versions of it exposed here, depending on what you want to do with them. Oh, actually, no, that's a mistake on my part. This one is a 800, and this one over here, I hadn't seen this one before. Is this a completely new motorcycle for Kawasaki? Yeah, probably. This is the W230. If it's here, it means it will be sold in Europe. This is new. This is absolutely new. I had not seen this before. I know that it hasn't been selling, so this has to be a new motorcycle. And then we close out with my absolute favorite motorcycle range in Kawasaki, which is the ZRS. So it's the Z platform, but with the neo-retro styling. Over here we have the Z650 RS. It looks great. I test rode it a while back, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. And then there's the Z900 RS, which is something that I've also test ridden at some point, and that is an absolute blast. I love this motorcycle. It continues to be my favorite Kawasaki motorcycle. For my money, I think it's a little bit too expensive for what it brings. So if I were to buy something, I would buy the Z650 RS instead of this one. But I gotta say that this is my favorite Kawasaki. So with that, we close out Kawasaki, and we'll head on and look for another brand.